some of these risks. There's, really when it comes to virtual currency, we can all see, because of the anonymity, because of the speed of transfer, because of the decentralized and international nature of these types of currencies and these exchanges, you can see why they would be attractive to certain, illicit actors out there. And if you look at number 1 in the middle of the page, virtual currency has been demonstrated to be involved in just a litany of criminal behavior. So the MLTF, or money laundering terrorist financing risk, associated with this industry is actually relatively high. In fact, it's very high. It's been associated with, human trafficking, child exploitation, fraud. All of these horrible things have been tied in and utilize the crypto industry in order to avoid, being caught by the kind of the traditional methods. Now, we also know that there are links to crime. Look at number 2 in the middle of the page there. We actually know that, and there's another acronym in there, a VASP. If you see VASP, it's a virtual asset service provider, which is kind of a general term for operators in this industry. But we know full well that there are some VASPs that were actually willfully evading the Bank Secrecy Act, or evading reporting requirements, and specifically designed to help facilitate illegal activity. So we know that they were actually designed for that purpose. So there are some out there that are legitimately trying to operate, but there are also some bad actors out there that were specifically designed to structure transactions to avoid your traditional CIP or know your customer requirements. And some of them were actively out there misrepresenting what their business activities were and what they were actually doing, and how they were operating in the industry. So we do know that there are some specific links to crime in that industry. The other thing that I want to talk about are darknet marketplaces. So if you go to page 5 and flip ahead, this is a special marketplace that you can access, but it's not your typical, it's not like eBay that you can just log on your computer and go straight to. It is a darknet website that you can go, and there are usually goods or services available for sale. Some of them are legal, some are illegal, but usually you're transacting, or a lot of them specify that you must transact in virtual currency. Now, these darknet marketplaces are specially encrypted. So in other words, this online content, it's available online, but you can only access it if you have special software and special search engines that can actually go in and access it. So it's not something you're going to stumble upon accidentally. You have to purposefully try to go out and access these types of marketplaces. And so in other words, you'll need special browsers, and the transactions are oftentimes specified in specific types of virtual currency as a method of payment. So one of the ones that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, it's Alpha Bay, which is a darknet marketplace. And we'll talk about that when we talk about the Liechtenstein case in a little bit. But really, a lot of these transactions, they are oftentimes associated with mixing services. But some of the examples of these darknet marketplaces, if in your research or as you're doing your due diligence on a customer, you might run into things like some of the darknet marketplaces are known as Agora, Silk Road 1 and 2. There's Valhalla, Rapture. Really, what I would recommend is do a web search, because these change over time, and find out, okay, what are the darknet marketplaces? What are they called? Because every once in a while in your research, you'll see designations, or there'll be directions in emails or things along those lines that are directing them to some of these marketplaces. And just keep in mind that this darknet marketplace is heavily associated with criminal activity. Not everything on there is criminal. You can buy regular goods as well, but you can get just about anything on the darknet, whether it's drugs or, you can buy people. There's all kinds of awful things out there.